Joke? Is this a fucking joke? Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree is a main event of UFC 307. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If you wanna go watch some vanilla channels that are gonna hype up this fight, this main event, go do so. But do not watch my channel. I do not sugarcoat things. I give you my raw opinion, and it's most of the time, it's factual. It actually has some substance. This is one of the worst main events, one of the worst title fights I've ever seen in the UFC. I hate it. It is despicable that this fight is happening. If you're a true UFC fan, you should be pissed that Khalil Roundtree is getting a title shot against Alex Pereira at UFC 307. I am so pissed about this, guys. And I'm going to explain why. Maybe you've already clicked off the video. You probably think I'm some hater. I love the UFC. I really love this company. But like I've been saying for the last couple of months, they've been falling off. They don't try as much with the marketing. Now, even the matchmaking is getting bad with the UFC, which is the only thing that at least I was like, you know what? But the matchmaking in the UFC is always great. Not anymore. Not anymore. I mean, just a week ago, I made a video talking about, the possibility of Kamaru Usman getting a title shot against Belal Muhammad, and then out of left field, the UFC just slaps us in the face and gives Khalil Roundtree a title shot against Alex Pereira. Now, I didn't even have the highest expectations for this card. I thought, we're probably going to get a Pennington versus Juliana Pena type of main event. It is what it is. It's going to be one of those cards that's going to be sacrificed. That's going to have a woman title fight. It usually happens once a year, and it's going to be it. That's kind of what I was expecting. But the fact that they announced Alex Pereira, right, which is great. I mean, Alex Pereira is being active. He's one of the biggest stars in the UFC. And then you announce a fight with Alex Pereira against Khalil Roundtree. I felt like I was punched in the stomach. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this company? Anybody gets title shots? Khalil Roundtree's last win was over his short notice Anthony Smith. And it wasn't even this year. In what world does Khalil Roundtree deserve a title shot? He didn't even fight against Jamal Hill back in June. What the fuck is the UFC thinking? Someone explain to me. Someone explain to me why this fight happened. And there is no excuse. No fucking excuse. Khalil Roundtree's resume is horrible. Horrible. Oh, Chris Dawkins. Oh, well, everybody knocks out fucking Chris Dawkins. Anthony Smith on like a 2-week notice. Oh, what a great accomplishment. Oh, you arguably lost to Dustin Jacoby? Robertson isn't even in the UFC anymore. What a shit resume. This is all... Guys, you need to be this caliber of a fighter to get a fucking title shot in the UFC. Ooh, UFC, the elite fighters. Ooh. Fuck that. I'm fucking pissed. I see why Lucas Tracy retired. I really do. What the fuck is this title shot? And it angers me so much because Magomed Ankalaev has a fight 2 weeks after this card. So that meant that Magomed Ankalaev could have fought Alex Pereira for the main event of UFC 307, which is the fight that we wanted. That's the fight that we truly wanted as MMA fans, right? Stylistically, it's a very interesting matchup. What does Alex Pereira gain from knocking out someone like Khalil Roundtree? What does that do for his legacy? Absolutely nothing. And it's not even like Khalil Roundtree is like this big star where it's like, okay, he's a big star. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a Jorge Masvidal type or whatever. No, you can't even justify it. Nobody knows Khalil Roundtree. I think, honestly, I would argue that more people know Magomed Ankalaev than they do Khalil Roundtree. And that's the fight that the fans wanted. Why did you not make that fight? Why not? There's no excuse for Magomed Ankalaev not to get this fight when he's fighting 2 weeks later. You could have easily made Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev and then Alexander Rakic versus Khalil Roundtree for UFC Abu Dhabi. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful matchmaking. It's not that hard. It doesn't take a fucking genius to make these fights. You know, if Alex Pereira is willing, I don't think this is up to Alex Pereira. I really do feel like this was fucking Dana White. A lot of people are trying to blame Alex Pereira as if he's the guy ducking. He doesn't want to fight Magomed Ankalaev. I don't think it's Alex Pereira, guys. I really do not believe it's Alex Pereira. I think it's the UFC. I think it's Dana White. I don't know what Magomed Ankalaev did behind the scenes. I don't know if he, beat up Dana White. I don't know what stole his wife. I don't know what the fuck Magomed Ankalaev had to do to not get this title shot. And a lot of people are gonna say, well, Magomed Ankalaev, he's coming off a knockout over Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker sucks. Yada yada. But guys, Magomed Ankalaev has not lost, in quite a while. He's on a pretty crazy win streak. And stylistically, this was a great fight for Alex Pereira, somebody that might test his wrestling, who also has pretty good boxing himself. That was the appeal of Magomed Ankalaev. What is Alex Pereira gaining from beating Khalil Roundtree? What does he gain? Like, how is this a fight for the fans? And people want to go, oh, violence. Khalil Roundtree is such a violent man. Bro, he's going to get knocked out in the first or second round. Why did they make this fight? And it pisses me off so much because this just tells me that the card has so much more potential and they could have made Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. This is what this tells me. Right? Because if Pereira can fight in early October and Magomed Ankalaev is going to fight in the middle of October, then both of these guys were ready to fight each other. Why did the UFC not make that fight? Someone explain to me. This is one of the worst title shots in UFC history. And I was just talking about it last week, how I'm tired of fighters getting undeserved title shots, how you waste so much time, you hold up the division. I feel like I'm not seeing the best fights because he's ranked number 8, guys. He didn't even fight Jamal Hill. I am so pissed. I'm really mad. I'm fucking mad, guys. I'm really mad. Because it could have made a banger card. You could have had Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev, Khalil Roundtree versus Alexander Rakic. Great fight right there. Good matchmaking. It's not that hard. It's really not. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are expecting me to be mad about Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena, but I mean, that's a fight that I already expected, so I'm not too mad about that. You can't be too mad about that fight. It is what it is. I mean, is it a fight that I'm, excited for? No, not really. I don't even think the card is all that bad. Is it great? No. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is like a prime example of just laziness when it comes to matchmaking. And I'm starting to think that maybe the UFC is out of touch. Like, what is this matchmaking? Okay, Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena. Even though Juliana Pena hasn't fought in 2 years and is coming off a loss, okay, somehow she's getting a title shot. Because Dana White promised her. Stephen Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. Okay, that's good matchmaking. Jose Aldo versus Mario Batista. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I think Jose Aldo should have gotten a fight at the top of the division. That fight doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but whatever. Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. Okay, Kevin Holland was supposed to fight Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis pulled out. Okay, Roman Dolidze steps in. Not a banger of a fight. It's whatever. Aljamain Sterling versus Movsar Evloev. Fantastic fight. I love that fight. Very exciting fight. Honestly, this is probably my favorite fight on the card. But guys, what the fuck is this main event? You know what I'm saying? And it just sucks because Alex Pereira has such a good legacy right now. He has so much good momentum. And then you just give him a filler fight. This is a filler fight. This is a filler main card. And I just don't understand who's excited for this. The casuals don't know Khalil Roundtree. I mean, I know you're excited to watch Alex Pereira, and I completely understand that. But why would anyone be excited for Khalil Roundtree? The only ones that know Khalil Roundtree are the hardcore MMA fans, and the hardcore MMA fans are pissed because they know that the one that should have fought for the title is Magomed Ankalaev, because stylistically, it was a very interesting matchup against Alex Pereira. We know Alex Pereira is one of the best strikers. Okay, somebody needs to test his grappling, right? Magomed Ankalaev hasn't lost a fight in quite a while. At least Magomed Ankalaev has a couple of ranked wins. In my opinion, he should have gotten the decision against Jan. So I see that as a win. So Magomed Ankalaev hasn't lost. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Maybe we'll hear from Dana White himself that Magomed Ankalaev did not want to fight in Salt Lake City, Utah. And if that's the case, then fuck Magomed Ankalaev. But I'm willing to bet that Magomed Ankalaev would have taken this fight against Alex Pereira for October 5th. I'm pretty sure he would have taken the fight. You know, and there was rumors that Alex Pereira, you know, perhaps had something planned, like the UFC had something planned for Alex Pereira, and I was like, okay, maybe they'll make that fight with Tom Aspinall. Maybe they're waiting for the winner of Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya to make like a super fight. I don't know. But you're telling me that the big surprise was Khalil Roundtree? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, what is happening, guys? I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm pissed off because they could have made the fight. They could have made Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira, and they did not do it. I'm fucking done with this company.